Okay, so I would like to take you through equations. Now, having done the change of subject, your understanding of equations is made much easier. Now, in equations, the key symbol that comes to bear is the equal sign. So a simple equation can be x plus 3 is equal to 5. So if you want to find x, you keep x on the left hand side, then the 3 will cross the equal sign, so it will become 5 minus 3. And 5 minus 3 is 2. Therefore, x is equal to 2. Now, the concept of equations, or in our instance, the linear equations, comes with the mindset of balancing what's on both sides. The focus, as always, is to find the value of a particular stated letter. So the earlier one we did, where x is equal to 2, is a typical example. Now, in solving equations, you aim at making a letter the subject. The difference between this and change of subject is the fact that you'd have more numbers and one or two letters, depends on the kind of equation. A simultaneous equation would have two letters. A linear equation would have one letter. A quadratic equation would have the square of the same letter or variable, and then that variable not squared. All right, so what we will be considering in the next period is the linear equations. Now, when you are given a linear equation to solve, your agenda is to make that variable the subject. Now, there are some general principles that you need to deal with in solving an equation. The first that I will talk about is to clear your fractions, and that is what we do even in change of subject. You clear your fractions. Now, if there are brackets, you deal with the brackets. So you deal with the that's TS. You deal with the brackets. If there are brackets, then you have to deal with the brackets. Then you will think of grouping like terms. Grouping like terms. Now, as always or mostly, you would have numbers and letters. So you group numbers to one side, the left, and then letters to the left and numbers to the right. So you group like that. Sometimes you can even group the letters to the right. When you are done, then you switch positions. Then the other thing that you have to consider is to make the letter the subject. So then when you are through setting up everything, then you make the letters the subject. All right, so we would start now. We want to deal with a kind which has one letter on one side of the equation. Okay, one letter on one side of the equation. So one letter on one side. So by this I mean if you have say 3x plus 4 equals to 13. Very simple. The letter is on the left hand side. Now you do not have fractions to deal with, so no bother of a fraction. Do you have brackets? There are no brackets. So what's the next step? You are going to group like terms. 4 and 13 are like terms. They are all numbers. So you take the 4 to that side. So you have 3x left here is equal to 13 minus 4. What's 13 minus 4? That is 9. So we have 3x equal to 9. Now if you want x to stand alone, you divide by 3. divide that by 3. So that's 3. So in effect, you have x is equal to 3. You have x is equal to 3. And that is the answer for that. Let's try another one. Okay, so let's take another example under this kind. This time around, I'll try and add a fraction to it. But like I said, the letter is on just one side. So let's have 1 over 4m plus 5 is equal to 17. Good. Now, the steps that we gave ourselves, our first step was to clear every fraction. So you see that it's only 4 that is a denominator. If there were other denominators, you would have used the LCM to multiply through. I have only 4. So what you do, 4 into bracket 1 over 4m plus 4 into bracket 5 is equal to 17 into bracket 4, because you are multiplying through by 4. So this will cancel that. You have m, 5 times 4 is 20, and then 17 times 4. So the easiest for you to do is you do 4 times 10. That is the 1 of the 17. That will give us 40. And then 7 times 4, that is 28. So 40 plus 28 will give us 68. You should be able to get that done. So you have m plus 20 is equal to 68. Now, at this point, you would want to make m stand alone. So what do? You are going to move the 20 to that side. So you have m here, 68 minus 20, and 68 minus 20 is 48. So m is equal to 48. Okay, so that is the answer. Now I want you to try this. So what are you trying? You have 1 over 2n plus 6 is equal to 19. Okay, so this is what you do. Pause the video at this point. Solve the question and then compare your answer with the solution that I will do. So at this point, let's pause the video. Okay, I guess you have finished solving. That's why you are continuing the video. That's fine. So let's compare your solution to what I am about to do. So you have 1 over 2n plus 6 is equal to 19. First step, clear fractions. What's the LCM of 2 doing? It's disturbing us. There's no other else, there's no other denominator. So you multiply through the whole equation by 2. So 2 into bracket 1 over 2n plus 2 into bracket 6 is equal to 2 into bracket 19. So these two cancel that 2, n stands alone, plus 2 times 6 is 12. And then 2 times 19. So 2 times 10 is 20, plus 2 times 9 is 18. That is 38. Now you want n to stand alone, so you need to clear this. So n stands here is equal to 38 minus 12, which is 26. So n is equal to 26. If you got to try, clap for yourself. If you couldn't do it, just retry without looking at the solution and see if you can get the answer 26. Okay, great. Now let's do another trial under this. So let's take another trial. In this trial, we'll try and have 2 fractions. So you have x over 2 plus 3 over 5 is equal to 8. Now you have to make x the, sorry, you are supposed to find x. So please pause the video and find the value of x. When you are done, You continue and watch the solution and compare with your answer. So please pause it now. Okay, so welcome back. So now let's look at how the solution would be and we compare. We have a denominator of 2, a denominator of 5. Now the LCM for 2 and 5 is 10. So you multiply each individual fraction with 10. So 10 here, x over 2, plus 10 here, 3 over 5, is equal to 8 here, also times 10. So every number or factor times 10. So 2 will cancel 10, that is 5. It will become 5x. So that's for the first term. 5 goes into 10, 2 into use of 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Is equal to 8 times 10 is 80. So you have 5x plus 6 is equal to 80. Now you want to make x the subject. You want to find x. So we need to clear this. So we move it to the other side. So we would have 5x is equal to 80 minus 6. Now what is 80 minus 6? That is 74. So you have 5x is equal to 74. So let's continue here. 5x is equal to 74. Now you want to find x. So you divide both sides by 5, Divide both sides by 5. 5 will cancel 5. You have x left. That is 74 over 5. Now how many times for 74 divided by 5? 5 into 7 is once, remainder 2, making it 24. 5 into 24 is 4 times, that is 20. So 4 times, that is 20. 5 for 20, remainder 4 over 5. So in effect, our answer is x is equal to 14 whole number, 4 over 5. All right, so I expect that you did it and you got it right. If you got it right, this is my clap for you. If you couldn't get it right, don't worry. Just resolve it on your own and compare where you made the mistakes. Great. Now we go to our second form of equations where we have the letter on. Okay, now let's look at the second type. In this second type, we are looking at the variables in 2 locations, on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. So for example, let's look at this. So you have 5x plus 2 is equal to 2x plus 17. Now I realize that x is here, x is there. So you have to group it to one side. So we bring all to the left-hand side. So we have 5x staying here, then the 2x would cross over the equal sign. So that will become minus 2x is equal to 17 is on that side, and 2 would also move to that side, making it minus 2. When you cross the equal sign, your sign changes. So 5x minus 2x becomes 3x. 17 minus 2 becomes 15. But I want to make x the subject. So you divide the side by 3, that's by 3. You have x is equal to 3 into 15 is 5. X is equal to 5. So this is the second type. Now this same type can have fractions in there. So 1 over 2 x minus 8 is equal to 1 over 5x plus 1. Now you see that the x is on both sides, and there's also a fraction. Our first step will be to clear the fraction. And how do we go about that? We look out for the LCM and multiply through the equation by that. The LCM for this, that is for 2 and 5, is 10. So you multiply each of them by 10. So 10 here, 1 over 2x minus 8 into bracket 10 is equal to 10 into bracket 1 over 5x, bracket close, plus 10 into bracket 1. So 2 go into 10, 5. So 5 times 1 is 5, so 5x minus 8 times 0, so 8 times 10 is 80. It's equal to this one, 5 will go into self 1 into 10, 2. That will be 2x, and then plus 10. At this point, we've been able to take out the fractions or the denominators, so we'll group like terms. So we have 5x, this will move to the left hand side, minus 2x is equal to, you have 10 on the right hand side, the minus 80 will cross, becomes plus 80. 5x minus 2x is 3x, 10 plus 80 is 90. So we have 3x equal to 90. Let's go to the next page. So 3x is equal to 90. But I want x to stand alone. And what is disturbing us is the 3. So we divide the side by 3, that's by 3. 3 will cancel itself, leaving x. 3 goes into 90 is 30. So x is equal to 30. All right, so let's take this trial. Let's take this trial. So you have 1 over 3m minus 5 is equal to 1 over 5m plus 2. All right. So at this moment, as usual, you pause the video, solve it yourself, you continue the video and compare your answers. So please pause the video now. All right. So I guess you finished solving. So let's solve this together. Now the denominators are 3 and 5. And 3 and 5 will give us an LCM of 15. So I'm going to multiply through the whole equation by the number 15. So 15 into bracket 1 over 3m minus 5 into bracket 15 is equal to 15 into bracket 1 over 5m plus 2 into bracket 15. Now this 3 will go into 15 5 times. 5 times m is 5m minus 5 times 15. Should we solve that one? That will be 75 is equal to, now there's a bracket and there's a fraction. So 5 will cancel itself, will cancel 3. So we'll have 3m plus 2 into bracket 15 is 2 times 15, that is 30. So we have 5m minus 75 is equal to 3m plus 30. So let's take it to the next page. So we have 5m minus 75 equals to 3m plus 30. So we would group like terms. That is the letters on one side, the numbers on the other. So it will become 5m minus 3m is equal to 30 is already on that side, then 75 will cross. So plus 75. So 5m minus 3m would be 2m. And 30 plus 75 will be 105. And you want m to stand alone, so you divide this by 2, that by 2. This will leave m for us here. Then 2 into itself 1, 2 into 10 is 5. Then 2 into 5 is 2. Remember 1. So it become 52, 1 over 2. That is the answer. Did you get it right? If you did, then I'm happy to clap for you. However, if you couldn't do it, that's fine. Please redo it yourself all alone and make sure you get it right. Great. Now let's turn to the Third kind. The third kind is the one with brackets like I've already done, but we'll try and do it on both sides. So we go to the type 3. So an example will be 3x minus 2 is equal to 5x plus 1. And you have to find x. So our first step is to open the brackets. So it will be 3 times x, then 3 times minus 2. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. Then we go open the other one too. 5 times x, 5 times 1. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 1 is plus 5. Okay. So at this point, we have 3x minus 6 is equal to 5x plus 5. Now we want to group like terms. So we have 3x minus 5x is equal to, on the right hand side, we have 5 already. This one is negative 6. When it cross becomes plus 6. So you have 3x minus 5x, that is minus 2x or negative 2x is equal to 11. Negative 2x is equal to 11. Now, if this is what we have, we want x to stand alone. So we divide both sides by negative 2, negative 2. This negative will cancel, that 2 will cancel. You have x here, and then 11 over negative 2. Now, 11 over negative 2 is the same as negative 11 over 2. The sign is appropriately supposed to be up. Now, how many times will 2 go into 11? That is 5 times. 2, 5, 10. Remember 2, remember 1 over 2. So negative 5 whole number, 1 over 2 is your answer. This is the kind that involves brackets. All right, this one I'll quickly move to a trial so that you see how well you understand it. So let's do this trial. So trial, we have 5 into brackets x plus 2 is equal to 2 into bracket 2 minus 2x. Great. So as usual, kindly pause your video, solve it all alone. Then when you are done, you come and watch the video solution, then compare to your answer. So let's go. Please pause it now. All right, welcome back. I expect that you appropriately solved it, and we do this together. So we are opening up the brackets. So first 5 times x, that is 5x, 5 times 2 plus 10 is equal to 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4x or minus 4x. Now it's an equation we want to solve, so we group like terms. So 5x stays here, minus 4x goes to the other side, so it becomes plus 4x, crossing the equal sign, negative becomes positive. Then we have 4 already here, 10 will cross, now become minus 10. Okay, so 5x plus 4x is 9x is equal to 4 minus 10 is negative 6. Now, however, we want to make x the subject. So let me continue here. And at a point, you have 9x equal to negative 6. So how do we free the 9? Divide by 9. How do we free the x? Divide by 9. So we have 9x over 9 is equal to negative 6 over 9. This cancels out. You have x is equal to now 6 over 9. Outright you can see 3 can divide. So 3 into 6 is 2. 3 into 9 is 3. So you have negative 2 over 3. And that is the answer. I know you got this right. So let's clap for ourselves. Great. If you're not able to do it, then I will entreat you to resolve everything all on your own. All on your own. Now, the final type, want to solve kinds that have fractions. So let's. All right. So we have the type 4, where you have fractions. So like we did earlier, look for the LCM for 3 and 4. That is 12. LCM for 3 and 4 is 12. So you multiply each by 12. So 12 here, 2x minus 1 over 3, minus another 12 here, x minus 2 over 4 is equal to 1 here, times 12. 3 into 12 is 4, 2x minus 1, minus 4 into 12 is 3, 3 into bracket x minus 2 is equal to 12. So you have 4 into bracket 2x minus 1, minus 3 into bracket x minus 2 is equal to 12. Okay, so now we need to take this to the next slide so that we solve. So what do we have? We have 4 into bracket 2x minus 1 minus 3 into brackets x minus 2 is equal to 12. So we expand. 4 times 2 is 8. So 8x minus 4. Negative 3 times x is minus 3x. Negative 3 times negative 2 is plus 6 is equal to 12. Now we regroup, or group-like terms would have 8x minus 3x minus 4 plus 6 is equal to 12. Now what is 8x minus 3x? That is 5x. Now minus 4 plus 6 is plus 2, so it will be equal to 12. So you have 5x plus 2 is equal to 12. Now we need to take this to the other side, so you'll be left with 5x is equal to 12 minus 2, which is 10. So 5x is equal to 10. And if 5x is equal to 10, you divide the side by 5, that 2 by 5. So 5 going to 10, 2. So we have x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. That is the value on that side. X is equal to 2. Okay, so that's for that example. Let me give you one to try. Let me give you one to try. So let's take a trial. Let's take a trial. So in this trial, we have 3 over 4 x plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 over 2 into bracket x minus 2 plus 5. Now, this is just like what we solved. There's a bracket, there's a fraction with LCMs and denominators rather. So you solve it in the same manner as we've done. So at this point, I would entreat you to pause it and solve it all alone, and then you come back. Please pause it now. All right, so welcome back. I expect that you've finished solving yourself. That is why you are replaying the video. Great. Now we have 4 and 2 as the denominators, and we want to clear all denominators or fractions. So our best bet or trick is to multiply through by the number 4, because 4 is your denominator, your LCM for 4 and 2. LCM for 4 and 2 is 4. So it goes like this: 4 times 3 over 4 into bracket x plus 1. Watch, because the 3 over 4 is multiplying the brackets, we didn't multiply 3 over 4 by 4 and then try to multiply x plus 1 2 by 4. No, just multiplying by 1 4 deals with it. However, this one is standing alone, so it will be plus 4 times 1. Okay, then we go to the other half. That's also 4 times 1 over 2 x minus 2 plus, see that the 5 is also hanging loose, so 4 times 5. Okay, so this will cancel that, so we'll be left with 3. We'll be left with 3 into bracket x plus 1 plus 4. 4 times 1 is 4, is equal to 2 into 4 is 2. So we have 2 into bracket x minus 2 plus 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, at this point you can comfortably open the brackets without any issue. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 1 is 3. You bring your 4 is equal to 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 2 is minus 4. And then you plus 20. So you succeeded in opening up your brackets. You succeeded in opening up your brackets. Okay. So let's move to the next slide and then solve the remaining half of the question. All right. So we had 3x plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 2x minus 4 plus 20. Now 3x, so we want to summarize out. So this will become 3x, 3 plus 4 is 7, so plus 7 is equal to 2x minus 4 plus 20. So you are owing 4 and you have 20 cedis. If you are owing 4 and you have 20 cedis, you'll be left with 16, so plus 16. So at this point, this is what we have. Then we group like terms. So x will come to one side, numbers will go to the same side. So this side will become 3x. Because it's positive, it will cross and becomes minus 2x is equal to, then we have 16 on the other side. So 16, then minus 7. Now what's 3x minus 2x? That is x is equal to 16 minus 7 is 9. So our final answer for that is x is equal to 9. X is equal to 9. Great. So this is about the various kinds of equations that you'd come across. So I'll give you some few questions to solve on your own and then send them over to be confirmed. So in my next slide, I give you an assignment. Okay, so please solve the following. Okay, right. So those were the questions. You can skip back and pause and write them out and then solve. Thank you very much for spending the past 35 minutes with me. All the best and bye.